New Zealand has joined three of its key security allies to present a very united front against Russia after a top-secret intelligence briefing in London. In the early hours of this morning, New Zealand time, Jacinda Ardern met with her counterparts from Britain, Canada and Australia, who together, along with the US, are known as the Five Eyes, of course. This came at the end of a whirlwind day for the Prime Minister, who'd shuttled through a series of meetings with world leaders and royalty. Our political reporter, Craig McCulloch, is also there in London.
A high-powered meeting designed to send a message. Britain has its sights on Russia.
I think it does show that the world is prepared to take action to protect the rules and the norms that protect us all.
The British Prime Minister Theresa May called the briefing several days ago, with the leaders all in the same city at the same time. Australia's Malcolm Turnbull, Canada's Justin Trudeau, and of course Jacinda Ardern.
We do need to make sure that we are focusing on enforcing rules-based order. We cannot allow the use of chemical weapons to go unanswered. Beyond that, I won't be saying much more.
What action can we expect?
But while Jacinda Ardern won't give much away about the top-secret briefing, we know three major topics were on the agenda, and all with links to Russia. The Salisbury nerve agent attack, the use of suspected chemical weapons in Syria, and a recent surge of cyber attacks. Ms Ardern was asked whether New Zealand's position on any of those matters had changed as a result of her meetings.
No, because I think our position and stance has been consistent and has been welcomed by our partners.
The meeting capped off a jam-packed day for the Prime Minister. She came straight from a one-on-one sit-down with Mrs May at number 10 Downing Street, their first official meeting. Before that, there was a bilateral with the Fijian Prime Minister Frank Bainimarama and a brush with royalty, meeting Charles and Camilla, the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall. But the week-long trip's not just about building relationships, it's also about building Jacinda Ardern's brand on the world stage.
And we can do better. The Prime Minister from New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern!
London's Mayor Sadiq Khan introducing the Prime Minister alongside Justin Trudeau at a town hall event marking women's suffrage earlier in the day. The two mingled with students and fielded questions about gender equality.
What advice would you give to a girl like me looking to become Prime Minister?
Great question. So my advice to anyone who wants to be a Prime Minister, never give up on believing that you can do it. Because the biggest barrier, I think, for us achieving some of our goals is our own belief that we can't.
But if Ms Ardern lacked any belief in herself, she didn't show it. Indeed, neither did those around her.
Well, firstly, I spent most of the meeting gushing about how privileged I am to meet your Prime Minister. Her election was celebrated here in London.
Didn't cost much to get that answer, actually.
Tomorrow, the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting formally gets underway in London. All but 2 of the 53 Commonwealth countries have sent their leaders to discuss everything from Russia and trade to climate change. But another meeting at Buckingham Palace is likely to grab a share of the headlines. At roughly 3:30 in the morning, Jacinda Ardern will meet the Queen for the first time. From London for Checkpoint, Craig McCulloch.